What's going on, YouTube? I'm back with another video. It's been a while since my last upload. A lot of life has happened. A lot of different things has happened. I've changed jobs and, you know, had a lot of time working. And now that I got some free time, I could pursue a little bit more YouTube again and maybe give a few more uploads. Whatever makes me have fun. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. The topic of this trade is a Damian Lillard trade that just dropped today, where the Bucks get a massive piece in a three-team trade. So first off, obviously Damian Lillard went to the Bucks. Then the Trailblazers, they got Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, and Tuman Kamara. And then lastly, the Suns got Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasser Little, and Keon Johnson. So my takeaways from this trade is obviously the Bucks. They got like the biggest star on the market right now, as Damian Lillard was wanting out. He was refusing to stay in Portland, and now he finally gets his wish to go to a contender like Milwaukee. I'm just laughing at the Heat, honestly, because this is the piece they've wanted this whole time. All the Heat fans are all like, "Oh, now that we didn't win the finals and Dame wants to come to Miami, that's our consolation prize for not winning the championship." Sure enough, it never happened. So screw you, Heat fans. Um, but then the Blazers, they finally got the return they wanted. Obviously, they weren't going to give up Damian Lillard for nothing, and the Heat were going to give them nothing pretty much because they were just expecting Damian Lillard to have all the leverage. Which, newsflash, not everybody's like James Harden that could just leave at will. So the Blazers got, Ayton, Holiday, and Kamara. While I'm not aware of Kamara's game, I do know he was just drafted in the second round this year. So, it's a young piece, someone to fill out their bench. And I think it was finally his time to leave with the Suns. He was not he was only gonna hinder the Suns, especially with all that space being dedicated to only four players on their roster. So I think it's a great move for him to go to Portland. And then Drew Holiday to the Bucks. I actually really do like Drew. Um, I I used to not like him. I used to think he was overrated, but you can't deny a 20 plus point per game guy that's also amazing at defense. There are very few players like that in the league, and the fact that the Blazers were able to get rid of their star player that's Dame and replace him with a very solid player like Drew Holiday, I actually love the trade for them. And then the Suns, believe it or not, I have them as the winner. Hot take alert. Um, you know, Even though they don't get anything pretty in return with Yusuf Nurkic and Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson, I think the big takeaway from this is that the Suns got so much more depth. They got rid of the logjam and salary that DeAndre Ayton was, and now they could, even though Nurkic isn't the best defender, he's a big man still, nevertheless. And now the focus will be more on the Suns' big three, as we see now with KD, Booker, as well as Bradley Beal. So actually, I do have them, because Grayson Allen, I don't like Grayson Allen, honestly. Like, obviously, he's a classic like rich white kid like kind of mentality. That's also a dirty player. Everybody hates that type of person. Like, he just no matter what he does, it does like everybody will still look at him as a dirty, asshole. And then with Nasser Little and Keon Johnson, these are a couple year vets, still pretty young and kind of cheap. You're not the Suns in this spot. I think they weren't expecting anything big in return because they only really gave up Aiton. I'm not sure if Kamara was. I don't know which team Kamara got drafted to, but regardless, they only gave up Aiton and got four players in return. I think that's a great return for the Suns. And overall, I just think that I think no one really loses in this trade, quite honestly. I think everybody wins. Everybody got something. I think the biggest issue now is that with the Bucks, if Chris Middleton is what we thought he was, what we knew he was, I should say, a couple years ago when he was just a great player, helped them go to the finals, was a constant scorer. I don't think there's any problem with the Bucks getting rid of Holiday. However, If Chris Middleton is washed, the Bucks aren't going anywhere. I'm gonna say it right now. They still have some good pieces. I believe they still have Brook Lopez and a couple other veterans that put up good numbers, of course. But Damian Lillard's not going to make up for the defensive productivity that Drew Holiday did. Sure, he'll be your 30-point per game guy. Giannis will play the pick and roll, and I think that's going to be dangerous without a doubt. But if the Bucks become a predictable team where they're only running through Giannis or they're only running through Dame and no Chris Middleton, the Bucks are going to be a second round exit at best next year. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to do something short to get back into the swing of things. Thank you for watching, and if you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything will be appreciated, and I'll see you again.